It's time. It's time. It's Tanya time. WWE Superstar Shake-up. John Cena and Nikki Bella break up. Bruno Sammartino passes away. Raw and Smackdown recap. And much, much more on Wrestling with Tanya. Hello everyone and welcome to Wrestling with Tanya. We have a lot of show to get into this week, so let's just get straight into it. So first, let's start with the Wrestling with Tanya news. While it's not wrestling related, it's definitely Tanya related, and I am in the new movie from Full Moon Features called Evil Bong 777. Full Moon are the cool people that brought you cult movies like the Puppet Master series, Demonic Toys, Subspecies, and much more. They have another series called Evil Bong. I made a cameo in the fourth movie, Evil Bong 420, and now I am back again. Evil Bong 777 came out on Friday, April the 20th, appropriately enough. So make sure to check it out. It's streaming on Hulu, Amazon, and fullmoonstreaming.com. So let me know what you think about it. Now, for the big Wrestling with Tanya news, I got my first Patreon subscriber. Yay! It's Peter Turner. Thank you so much, Peter, for being my first Patreon subscriber. And in honor of this momentous occasion, I dedicate this entire episode to you as a show of thanks. Now, if any of you want to become a Patreon subscriber, that would be awesome. You can find the information on patreon.com/Tanya Tate. So there are different levels to choose from which you can subscribe to. It goes from $1 to $50 and it depends how much that you want to be involved. But I thank you regardless of your level of support. Wrestling power couple Nikki Bella and John Cena have called it quits on their 6-year relationship. Posted on the Bella Twins Twitter account April the 15th was a message that read, "After much contemplation and 6 years of being together, Nikki Bella and John Cena announced today their decision to separate as a couple. While this decision was a difficult one, we continue to have a great deal of love and respect for each other. We ask that you respect our privacy during this time in our lives." Critically, on April the 14th, the day before, John tweeted, "We all have good and bad days. No one is perfect. But if you happen to do something to make someone feel bad, take accountability for your actions, apologize, and ask forgiveness." I don't know what this tweet has to do with the other, but if I were to hazard a guess, I would say so. On April the 17th, John posted on his Twitter, "Sometimes we must bear the burden of shame and judgment to protect and give to the ones we love. #rise above hate." Oddly, friends at the top of Bella Twins' Twitter account is a promo video for the upcoming season of Total Bellas. Watching it almost seems like foreshadowing of the breakup. Who knows what happened, but I do have to say to both parties, good luck and best wishes. Talk about your WrestleMania moments. The people had tweeted me this, but I didn't really take too much notice of this until the other day. It seems that as part of the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale, Natalia had a slight wardrobe malfunction. After getting thrown out of the ring, Natty hits the ground and, well, you can see an unfortunate split in her gear. Hope you were wearing knickers, Natty. There are a few upcoming indie shows that you might want to check out. On April 26th in North Hollywood is April Havoc, presented by Wrestling Pro Wrestling. The Curse of the Mummy's Kiss Wrestling Special reads the flyer. Tickets are available at the door for $10 and doors open at 8 o'clock. It's 21 and over, but there is a full bar and you can have a few drinks and watch some of this madness. So looking at the flyer, I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like one hell of a party. Follow the promotion on Twitter at WrestlingPW. May 19th, National Pro Wrestling League is having a show at the Petaluma Veterans Hall in California. Doors open at 6 o'clock for this one. Some of the wrestlers you will see include Hendrix, Koto, Super Crazy. As for the matches announced so far, Vinny Massaro will take on CMLL's Tiger Cassis. Striker will face Johnny Dynamo. Follow NPWL Wrestling on Twitter at NPW League for updated information. If you are a wrestling promotion with an upcoming show, drop me an email, tanya@justsalaratanya.com. I like to know what's going on and possibly can give you a shout out on the show. Hulk Hogan tweeted something interesting. Love everything that Brooke does. Her acting, her writing, her training. I know she can beat Charlotte Flair. How awesome would that be to have Flair versus Hogan the next generation? I don't think it will happen anytime soon, as Brooke is more dedicated to her music than anything else. But even so, if she decided to step into the ring with Charlotte, she has a lot of ground to cover. Lucky for her, she has those Hogan genes going on. So what are you going to do, Charlotte, when Brooke-a-mania comes running for you? How about that? Would you like to see a Charlotte Flair versus Brooke Hogan match at WrestleMania? What about a dog snoring? Would you like a dog snoring? I'm surprised you've not got a cat meowing.
Dog's really into this podcast.
I think Millie really likes my podcast. She sounds very interested. Don't you think? What do you think, Millie? Asuka inadvertently caused some commotion when she tweeted out the cover of the upcoming The Evolution of WWE's Women's Division's DVD set. DVD? The cover features a lot of wrestlers that were important and impactful to the WWE women's side. Included on the cover are ladies like Lita, Trish, Beth Phoenix, Wendy Richter, Charlotte, Sasha, Natty, Paige, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, and loads more. But some fans were upset at the fact that certain women were missing. Chyna, AJ Lee, and some others. Understandably, as like in the case of Chyna, she was very important to the WWE and very impactful. And some of the things people wrote included at BG Rage 1982, first woman to enter the Royal Rumble, first woman to win the Intercontinental Championship. If that's not women's evolution, I don't know what is. At Kevin Darvish, Asuka, before there was the Queen, the Boss, the Empress, in a land before time, there was the ninth wonder of the world. A woman so strong she fought men, and once a number one contender for the elusive WWE Championship, she transcended and inspired women everywhere. Her name was Chyna. At Wrestle Warrior 2, AJ Lee, Bull Nakano, Chyna, Luna, Vachon, Victoria, and many are missing. Yet, Ronda Rousey is front and center despite only being in the business 4 months. Johnny Ram, RVA, said, "This DVD is about the women's division of which Chyna wanted no part of. She refused to give Ivory anything in their Mania match where she won the title, then squashed Lita in her only defense before her release. So no, she doesn't need to be on there." X Tyler Toxic X said, "Remove the Bellas and Stephanie and add AJ, Melina and Victoria." AJ Lee is a goddess said, "I can't understand why WWE wouldn't put AJ on here. She worked so hard to get to the WWE and she carried the Divas division. There's no doubt she should be on here. AJ Lee, in my opinion, is the best diva of all time. Easily the best on the mic, and she started the Divas revolution." C Falk 0801 said, "Get rid of the Bellas. They have no talent." The _Kevster said, "AJ, Melina, Victoria, Ivory, Molly, Holly should all be on that cover. Too many of the newer girls are on it." Personally, I did find it odd that Chyna was excluded and Ronda was dead center when she's only had one match. WWE Then, Now, Forever, the evolution of WWE's women's division DVD comes out on June 26, 2018. It's available now for pre-order from Amazon. Link is in the description. What do you think? Should Chyna and AJ Lee be on the cover? And who do you think is missing? Drop me a comment. Now for some sad news. Wrestling legend Bruno Sammartino has passed away. Many consider Sammartino one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and was known for his incredible run-ins in the WWF. I asked my Twitter followers what was their favourite matches. AEY WWE wrote, versus Larry Zbyszko Steel Cage versus Superstar Billy Graham. W. Shandcock wrote there was an hour-long match between him and Pedro Morales and that was amazing. Kyle Hoover 25 wrote Bruno versus Superstar Billy Graham and Bruno versus Living Legend LZ are my favourites. What was your favourite Bruno Sammartino match? Let me know by leaving a comment. Raw recap. It's here, the Superstar Shake-up is here and wow, I'm a little surprised at some of the shake-ups that have taken place. So let's first start with Raw. US Champion Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja, was the first to be announced as making the switch to Raw. Kurt Angle told him that he would be defending his championship and it was Jeff Hardy who came down to challenge Jinder for the belt. Jeff caught him with a twist of fate and Swanton Bomb for the win. I'm a little shocked by this. Jinder is a monster and while they did have a good match, I'm just boggled by it. I love Bayley, but what the hell is that around her chest? It's like some gold material, like one of those gowns that they put over you when you go to the hairdressers to get your hair cut. Yeah, I'm a little befuddled by it. So Bayley and Sasha have been in some kind of semi-feud and now it's coming to a head. Sasha started the match aggressively, but Bayley caught up with her tone and started putting some moves on Sasha. Midway through the match, Bayley really caught fire and hit Sasha with a series of great moves. Sasha started a comeback and caught Bayley with a knee to the face that put her back on top. After that, things really got going and the women started going after each other. Sasha was able to put Bayley in the bank statement, but before she could tap out, the Riot Squad pulled a run in and put a beating on both girls. So now the Riot Squad has made the swap over to Raw from Smackdown. That still leaves the Sasha and Bayley feud unresolved. They could finish things off at Backlash or take this all the way to SummerSlam. I don't see that happening though, as it's several months away. It's a strange feud as both are quite likeable. I would like to see something wild come out of this feud though, like Bayley going full heel. That would be incredible. Heath Slater and Rhino had a rematch with the Authors of Pain. Surprisingly, Rhino and Slater came out of the gate not with a lot of offensive moves, but it ended quite quickly as the AOP took over and pummeled Slater. Rhino got some solid moves in before he got pinned. Apparently, Stephanie McMahon gave Owens and Zayn a pass and let them stay on Raw, much to Kurt Angle's dismay. The Miz took the opportunity to mock Kurt until he let The Miz know that he was being traded to SmackDown without the Mr. Arch. Ouch. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt faced the Revival in the final of the Tag Team Eliminators, in which the winner will face the Bar at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Hardy and Wyatt picked up the win. They seem to be working really well together, so we'll see how that goes. Mickie James went up against Ember Moon. This was an awesome match. These women were amazing, and it was cool to see the contrast of a newer star versus a veteran. Ember had a lot of power in her moves and caught Mickie with an eclipse for the win. Great match. Dolph Ziggler made the switch to Raw and brought Drew McIntyre with him. So can I just say we now have all the members of 3MB on one show again? Oh, we're missing Hornswoggle. 3. God damn it. Dolph and Drew beat the hell out of Titus and Apollo Crews, who were in the ring. These lads have come out with a vicious streak. Going to be interesting to see what comes from them next. Claws out, paws out. Natty has come to Raw and her first match was against Mandy Rose. Well, now I like Mandy, but you know I was rooting for Natty. Mandy put up a great defense. She really had Natty in control, but Natty put her in the sharpshooter for the win. Sonya Deville jumped to help her mate out, but then Ronda Rousey came out to help Natty and leveled Sonya. Really fun match to watch and cool little bit at the ending. I just love the tenderness that Ronda gave to Natty. Oh. Baron Corbin has switched to Raw. That's all I got. Breezango were also announced as making the move to Raw as well and faced Sheamus and Cesaro. These lads are too much. I'm a huge Breezango fan, but they beat the Bar? What the hell? I don't even think that they could believe it. The show closed with a 10-man tag team match of Finn Balor, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, and the new to Raw Bobby Roode against The Miz, Mr. Raj, Owens and Zayn. Strowman won for his team with the running power slam. There were a few surprises in the show. Natty coming across from Smackdown, Dolph, Drew. It was a good show with some solid matches. Smackdown. The show opened with AJ Styles challenging Nakamura to come to the ring so he could make him pay for his recent actions. Instead, he got Rusev. AJ got the upper hand quickly and locked up Rusev, but Aiden intervened, leading to Daniel Bryan to pull a run-in for the save. This led to a tag team match between them later in the show. SmackDown edition, Shelton Benjamin was challenged by the new US champ Jeff Hardy, who had also made the brand switch. Hardy got the win with the Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo. However, Shelton had some great moves and the match could have gone either way. Well done. What? Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose have moved over to SmackDown. Damn, I was looking forward to Ronda Sonya matches. Luke Harper caught a win over Jey Uso in sort of preview to the tag team title match they will be having at the Greatest Royal Rumble. They were having a pretty good match until Eric Rowan tried to intervene and Jimmy Uso attempted to stop him. This led to Jey getting involved and getting pinned by Harper. Afterwards, the Bludgeon Brothers wanted to continue beating on the Usos, and soon as they picked up their mallets, Naomi came screaming to the ring, pleading them to stop. That was awkward. New to SmackDown, Samoa Joe fought Sin Cara and beat the hell out of him. He's going to cut a promo on how he is going to run this roughshod over the SmackDown roster. The highlight of the night was Melibration, the celebration of the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Carmella. I'm all about the Melibration. It's great to see Carmella get a chance to shine before she loses the belt, which could be any minute now. The moonwalking, trash-talking Crown Princess of SmackDown Live skipped down to the ring to squawk about her win over Charlotte. But there was a little video package tribute to her after she named the Women's Champion belt Cleopatra. Charlotte came out, and I joked last episode that she had a Ming the Merciless thing going on with her robes. But this week, I swear she raided the Flash Gordon wardrobe department. Charlotte was there to point out that Mella's propaganda video was missing a few things. Namely, all the help she had to get the Money in the Bank case and the championship win. Before Charlotte could officially challenge Mella for the belt, the baddest duo in the WWE came out. You guessed it, the Iconics. They mocked Flair for moaning about losing the belt to Carmella, and Peyton did a spot-on impression of Charlotte. Charlotte didn't appreciate that and tried in vain to take on the Iconics, who put a beating on her. Lucky for Charlotte, Becky Lynch came out for the save. This led to a match between Charlotte and Billie Kay. I'm not surprised at how vicious Billie is, but I am surprised about how she has undeniably dominated this match. She treated Charlotte like a rag doll and even got several near pinfalls. Charlotte did get the win when she caught Billie in the figure eight and made her tap out. But other than that, Billie was in command just about whole of the time. This match was good because it also showed that Billie is also a force to be reckoned with solo, let alone when she's with Peyton. After the match, Carmella jumped Charlotte, leading to a run-in by Becky, which led to a run-in by Peyton. While the Iconic stomped Becky, Mella beat Charlotte. Then Asuka's music hit. She helped run off the Iconics and put a fear in Mella. Say goodbye to that belt, lady. Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, announced that they were moving over to Smackdown Live as part of the shake-up. So maybe we'll see the Bar versus the New Day soon. AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan took on Rusev and Aiden English in the main event of the show. English and Rusev had some really good momentum and really worked well together. They kept Styles on the defensive and cut him off from getting in to tag Daniels in. Rusev is always awesome, but now English also came off really well. Finally, Bryan got the tag in towards the end and did all the Daniel Bryan stuff. While he was doing that though, Nakamura hit Styles with another low blow. Yikes, Styles' bit have been getting bashed lately. Poor lad. Big Cass out of nowhere stepped in the ring to lay out Daniel Bryan with a big boot, ending the match. Good show. Melibration was the highlight, as I said. Disappointed that the Absolution moved to SmackDown. I would have loved to have seen them on their own at Raw. The Bar coming to SmackDown could lead to some good feuds with the New Day. Slamming merch. I've been a bit busy to get into all the cool WrestleMania 34 merchandise that's out there, but I did see a couple of things that I thought were pretty awesome. On Shop WWE, there are shirts for some of the WrestleMania 34 matches. I think that's keen, kind of a retro thing. So the Charlotte versus Asuka, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, the Beast versus the Empire, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. There was also a Rousey and Angle versus McMahon and Triple H shirt, but unfortunately it's not currently available. It's a shame that it's not available anymore as it's one of the better ones. So keep checking the WWE shop and maybe it will pop back up. So most of the t-shirts have pictures on the front. It's got the names of them, the titles that they fight in, and on the back you can see all of their stats as well. And also some cool merch coming out of WrestleMania 34 were collectible enamel pins. So I knew that there would be a Charlotte Becky one that was going to be exclusive to Mania, and I mentioned on the first podcast. But looking around, it seems that there were a whole bunch of limited edition pins that were available for purchase. Some came with an accompanying autograph, and these were limited to only 34 per superstar. Some of the women's wrestlers came in this cute style that looked cartoon versions of them. It's very cute. And then there were ones with just logos or other imagery relating to WWE superstars. I was able to get a few of them. Really cool. These are not available on WWE Shop, unfortunately. So if you want them, you have to hunt them down on eBay. Good luck. If you see any other cool merchandise out there, let me know so I can talk about it. Question of the week. I posted a question on my Instagram and Twitter. If I were a wrestler, what would my finishing move be called? Bloody hell, I got some responses. LJ Mayer, aka Sweet Pea, wrote the British Pounder, an elbow drop from the top rope. Parker Andreas wrote Twist of Tate. Ant Foreman wrote Reverse Cowgirl Sexplex. Lawneys09 wrote The Scouse Brow, a stunning chop to the forehead. Deepeb 1982 wrote, the Steven Gerrard, he'll pass the ball 40 yards. He's big and he's freckin' hard. LOL. Just Andy R wrote, the taste of Tate. Dan Collins 4103, the TTT instead of the DDT. The Real Lee Craft wrote, Sky Tater Press and it's a corkscrew moonsault, or it could be that blue Tanya pop-up powerbomb, or something like a Brooklyn Bonko or a stink face. Larry's Wood wrote, the groin grinder. You are gorgeous. Random Maina wrote, the twist of Tate. Sarja Ava wrote, your finisher is twist of Tate. Ranjit Singh 95, twist of Tate. Wrestle News Daily wrote, the double D, DDT or twist of Tate. Mark Hampson 30, the clock kick, the Scylla blackout, the Dodd DDT or Tanya's twister. And that's the bottom line because TT said so. 316. I said so. So for next week's question, let's go the other way. Which pro wrestler would you like to see co-star with me in a naughty movie? I can only imagine the answers you guys are going to come up with. Okay, so that's all for this week. So don't forget to jump on that Patreon. I'm trying to get 3 subscribers by next week. I'm setting the bar high. Hopefully by next week I have everything set up to where I'll have the audio only and video only feeds going. So now would be the best time to subscribe for the video feed via Patreon if you want to see all of that nonsense that goes on. Of course, if you just want to listen to my lovely voice, that will be free. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Tanya Tate. I have a merchandise store on Store Envy, tanyatate.storeenvy.com. And make sure you check out Evil Bong 777 on Full Moon Streaming, Hulu or Amazon. And let me know what you think. And until next time, keep slamming! Oh, I need to work on this. Pushing a pram. Sorry, stroller. Pushing a pram doesn't give you muscles. I need muscles. Ooh. Need to work out more. I think I'm done. Shout out to Millie, because Millie was extremely interested in this podcast. She made such wonderful noises. Honestly, it wasn't her snoring while she was asleep being bored. And then my cat was kicking off because she likes to sit in this seat, but I'm sitting in this seat, so she had to go in the other seat. She kicks off the cat. Meows at you. But luckily Millie was actually asleep, because if Millie was awake, you would have heard. That would be Millie's claws on the floor. Click, 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 click. Like if she had high heels, do you know what I mean? It just sounds like a dog in high heels, just clicking around. Thank you for being asleep, Millie. But no thank you for snoring. I've got a sleeping dog and a sleeping cat. And a sleeping baby. Where's my baby?
Asleep.
My baby's asleep. Where's my baby? Can I see him? Ah. He's asleep. He's asleep. I'm surprised. He's still asleep because I dropped my phone a few times. Whack. And he started moving around. I was thinking, don't wake up, don't wake up. Now I've got to go and shoot some selfies.